So, I love money, and money loves me. How do these words make you feel when you read them or you hear them? Some of you are like, okay, she's coming out hot. Like, doesn't she know it's not okay to talk about money like that? Doesn't she know that's a little cringe? Didn't her mother teach her better? That makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to talk about money like that. And I know for a lot of you in this room, if you feel that way, you haven't fully healed your relationship with money. And I know that because I used to be that. So I would be fascinated by people who had all the nice things, built these businesses, looked seemingly successful. And I was like, that is so cool. Like, I want that. Whatever they got, I want. But by no means was I ever going to talk about money. Like, I just wanted the outcome. I didn't want to know or have to become the person that was on a stage talking about money. Until one day I was like, yeah, I'm kind of tired of being broke. And so maybe there's something to talking about money that gets you more of it. So how about I dive into the triggers that I have with money? And what is it about it that just triggers me? Why does it make me so uncomfortable? And are these thoughts about money actually passed down to me from parents, or are they my own thoughts? Are they how I actually feel? And all of you in this room, as you go through the weekend and you're exposed to new thoughts and ideas, you should ask yourself that same thing. Does this resonate with me? Is it possible that I've been thinking about things through the wrong lens and it's time to expand that lens? So if I replace that word and I said, I love my spouse and my spouse loves me, you guys would be like, oh, that's so cute. I want some of that. That's cool. I'm down. So what if for the next 20 minutes, you were just committed and open to thinking that maybe our relationship with money is much more similar to our relationship with our spouse or with our children than we realize? So how I show up in one way is how I show up in all ways. And so if I lead from a place of love with my son and with my husband, why would money be any different? You need to know this about me. I'm a long-term relationship kind of girl. I am a Scorpio, so like loyalty is my number one value. And when I decided to go on a date with my husband after he had begged and pleaded for 2 years straight, persistence is a huge character trait of his that I love. I finally agreed, and I was like, cool. Takes me out to Mexican, which is also my favorite, so he was already lining up the cards right. And I sit down, and I go, listen, so we already know we're in love. We haven't even been on a date yet. And if you didn't know that, now you do. But here's the thing. I'm not going to date you and do all this nonsense. So if you're committed to us potentially getting married, raising our family and our children in this way, then we're going to continue the date. And if you're not down with that, like, let's just remain friends, because we got a good thing going being friends. And luckily, Kyle is as crazy as I am, and he was down with that. And he was like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. This chick's a little out there, but I like her straightforwardness. I like her honesty, sometimes brutal honesty. And so if we want to have a relationship with money, we have to come from a loving and brutally honest place. And so if we are going to have a relationship with our money, we have to treat it like a relationship. So the first thing we have to do is flirt with it. You have to flirt with it. You have to have fun with it. You have to show it a good time. You have to be like, oh, you're so cute. I'm going to take you out for a dinner tonight or a cocktail. You have to allow for surprises. How excited are you when your spouse shows up and brings you flowers and you didn't know you were expecting them? Why do we have so much control around money? Why can't we just let it surprise us? Why can't we let it show up in unexpected ways and have fun with it? Typically when we're talking about money, it's like so serious, and we're looking at our bank account and we're sweating through our shirt and we're like, this is terrible and I don't know. And we get an email from the tax accountant and we're like, screw it all. I don't even want to have to open this email. And so then some of you actually don't open the email because you're so scared of looking at what the accountant said. We'll dive into that later. But this is how we need to approach money. We need to flirt with it. We need to have fun. And so I have this concept of making money out of thin air. One of my favorite. You should write that down, by the way, because it's possible for you too. So in 2022, I was thinking about starting this coaching company, and I was like, I don't know. I'm going to test the waters first. I don't really think anybody's going to buy what I'm selling, so let's just throw something together. And I put together this $47 birthday bundle. It had a couple of trainings that I had done on manifesting, because that's one of my favorite topics to talk about. It had a couple of trainings on like time management. Here's how you manage it all. And I just bundled it up, put a little bow on it, set an email automation, and forgot about it. And we're sitting on a beach in Maui for my 34th birthday. We had just taken family photos. There's my adorable son, Jethro. And we're sitting by the pool. I'm having a glass of champagne, like full-blown birthday girl, like getting everything I want that day. It's a perfect day. We got a photo shoot in Champaign. I'm good. And my phone just starts dinging. And it's like, boop, boop, boop. And I'm like, this is weird. What is this? And I pick up my phone and it's strike notification, one after another. And if you've never picked up your phone where it's just dropping money into it, it's actually really fun. I think you guys should try it. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, babe, people are buying this thing. He's like, what thing? I'm like, this birthday bundle that I put together like 2 weeks ago. He's like, oh, of course they are. Right? It's like, yeah, you just have the expectation that it's going to happen and it shows up. And I had fun with it. I wasn't sitting there on my birthday, like refreshing my email, like what's going on? Like I forgot about it because I was just showing up as myself. And it was like, this is fun. I'm going to allow the universe to surprise me. And then lo and behold, we sold 42 of them. And it was like, holy crap. This is uncharted territory that I had never been in. And I'm like, okay, but this is going to rewire my nervous system. The first thing that I need you to remember is to have fun with it. And when you come from a place of fun, unexpected things happen. The next thing we need to do is to respect it. So rule number 2 is to respect it and trust it. So many of us are looking at our money and viewing it as like, you can't go anywhere. I have to control you, right? When in reality, what you have to do is you have to speak nicely about it. You have to go, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Look at how you've grown in the last couple of years. And it's so funny. I can see some of your faces because some of you are getting it and some of you are like, why is she talking about dating money? I don't get it. It's all right. I promise you will. But you have to come from a place of, okay, I'm not going to ignore the money that I have or the money that I want to call in. And because if I ignored my spouse or my child, what would happen? They wouldn't show up every day to love me or show up for me unexpectedly or show up to have fun with me if I ignored it. But some of us are refusing to go deeper into our money. So I have this weird thing that I do where anytime I pass money, doesn't matter if I'm at the grocery store, at the gym, on the beach, if I see a quarter or a dollar or a penny, it doesn't matter the amount, I pick it up and I say, thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Like, I am here for it. You can deliver pennies all day because pennies add up. Pennies pay the bills the same way. And if I'm available for that, I'm available for the $2,000 you're going to put in my bank account tomorrow that I don't know is coming. And the thing is, when you see money laying around you or it shows up or you find a $5 in your pocket, if you don't honor that moment, you are saying no to more. And so it's really important that we celebrate when money shows up unexpectedly for us. We create the things we fear the most in the avoidance of it. And that's what some of us are doing with our money.